Okay, Ronnie, a new management structure at Glentoran has been just recently announced. It obviously means yourself staying on at the club as manager. Just give us your initial thoughts on the process.
Well, I said the chairman approached me and Kieran Harding asked us would we stay on for this year to stabilise the playing side of the club, and we agreed to do that. And I think the way the chairman and the board approached it has been excellent. I think the forward thinking they've done is ideal for Glentoran. They're obviously bringing in two Glentoran legends in Gary Smith and Paul Lehman, and it gives them the opportunity to have a look in behind the scenes and see what way the club focus from the inside, and gives them an opportunity to have a look at the players and assess the players and feel down the road who they want to keep and who they don't, and put their own mark on it during the incoming season and further afield. The fact that both guys have signed 3-year deals means that the club have put a lot of faith in them, and I have no doubt that that'll be a success going forward.
And any chance of had a chance to speak to you before, you were very adamant that you were going to be finishing as a manager. Does this kind of give you a different sort of a buzz because you've got the likes of Paul and Gary coming in below you, and for you to kind of show them the ropes of what it takes to become a top manager in Irish League football?
Yeah, well, I always said I wouldn't leave the club in the lurch. I told the chairman and the directors that if I wouldn't leave them in the lurch, and obviously the process that they went through, there was a lot of names bandied about and a few people turned it down or whatever. But I think eventually they've ended up with the right solution to the problem. I mean, Gary's obviously experienced in the championship with the Welders and has done exceptionally well. Paul, as I said, has a lot of experience too as a player and whatever, and now he's coming in on the coaching side of it. So I think it's a really good move for Glentoran moving forward, and I think the supporters will should really take this and embrace the structure that's in place, and give everyone at the club a bit of time and space to move the club forward. It goes without saying that we need a lot of changes. We need major surgery. That goes without saying. We have to improve the playing side of the club massively. We have to get more quality players in. I mean, at the minute we're sitting with 31 professionals, which is absolutely ridiculous, because what in fact that does is it reduces the pathway for young lads coming through. The fact that you've signed these players, you're always intended to play them over young lads coming out of the academy or coming out of the under 20s. So I think it's vital that they've got that pathway, and that they can see a pathway in front of them. I mean, in all my managerial career, I've always worked with a small squad and left the door open for young lads to come in, and that's the route that we'll be going down again. And
obviously, since you've been a manager in Irish League football, Paul and Gary would have played, and you've seen them develop from youngsters all the way up till they retired. What sort of characteristics do you see in them, and do you think they're the right fit to become managers and coaches at a top level?
Well, they're both good. They're both good lads, good characters. I mean, they're honest, they're hard working, right? They're knowledgeable about the game, and they're still young in this profession, and they're doing their coaching badges starting their coaching badges this year, which again will stamp them down the road. And Gary's managed in the championship. It's a completely different ball game in the Premiership, and as I said, this year will be a good learning curve for him, and I think they're the two ideal candidates for the job.
And you touched on briefly there about player pathway. Towards the end of the season, we've seen the likes of young Craigie Conn and Paul O'Neill, and as well as James McCarthy getting contracts and playing for the first team. Do you see that the future, of Glentoran very much from the players that are in their under 20s going forward?
Well, I think it has to be a combination of both. I think obviously we need quality, experienced players in. I mean, they're very young. Say the players here at the moment are very young, so we need more experience and more quality in them. We need leaders in the team, and you have to marry that with young lads coming through and give them the opportunity, because it's easier for young lads coming in when they're playing in a good side with experienced players through them, with them who can basically talk them through the game. So that's basically the way you have to go.